Okay, guys, I am bringing you a unique twist to a very classic Southern dish. I want to show you how to make my Louisiana Cajun shrimp deviled eggs. Now, I started with room temperature or cool water from the faucet in a boiling pot, and I placed my eggs in there when the water was still cool, brought them to a boil over medium-high heat, and then let them boil for 2 minutes. Then I turned off the heat, removed the pot off of the eye, and covered them with the lid to sit for 10 minutes. Now, while my eggs were soaking, I went ahead and seasoned my shrimp and popped them into the air fryer. After my eggs have been sitting in that hot water with the lid on the pot for 10 minutes, they are ready to peel. So I'm going to put the pot in my sink and cover them with cold water. And then I want to show you a trick for how to peel your eggs without damage. The key to peeling easily boiled eggs is to loosen the shell off of the ends. So I take my egg and I tap the shell on each end of the egg, and then I roll them on the counter or on a flat surface, adding just a little bit of pressure. And there you have it. You will be shocked at how easily the shells come off of your eggs and leave them beautiful. So I'm going to show you this process once again. So I take my egg and I'm tapping on the bottom and I tapped on the top. And then I just started to roll. Again, you need to apply a little bit of pressure, but don't apply too much because the eggs are tender and you will totally squish them. But then you start peeling from the ends that you cracked at the very beginning, and it will come off just like that. There really are several ways to make sure that your eggshells come off really cleanly for your deviled eggs. There are lots of tips and tricks on the internet. I encourage you to look up a few, try them out, and see what works best. But for me, I found this to be the easiest. Once again, we're going to tap each end and then we're going to roll, applying slight pressure until the shell just starts to peel off of our egg. After you peel your egg, don't forget to give it a little rinse to make sure there's no shell left. Now, the next step in making deviled eggs is to slice our eggs in half. You can see that beautiful yolk. And then I'm going to take those yolks and I'm going to remove them from the whites of the eggs and place them into a bowl. This is going to be the base for our filling. Deviled eggs are one of those things that we seem to reserve for a special occasion or holidays. But the truth is that they're easy enough to make that they should land on our tables way more often than that. But if you're looking to jazz up your favorite appetizers or you're looking to put something new on the table for Easter, then look no further. I mean, they're so simple. It's boiling eggs, removing yolks, and putting in your seasonings and your mayonnaise, and voila, you've got a perfect side dish, and one that you can easily make for any night of the week. And one of the many great things about deviled eggs is that they lend themselves very easily to variations. And that's what I'm bringing you today. I just took my delicious base recipe for deviled eggs and I'm adding shrimp to it to give it a flair. Once I've removed all of my yolks, then I'm just going to take a fork and smash them up. I like my filling to be very creamy, so I like to smash my yolks very fine, but some people like to leave it, I guess, a little chunkier. And then it's time for us to start adding our ingredients to make them special or just to make them delicious and creamy. So I'm definitely going to be adding plenty of mayonnaise. I like to use a spicy mustard. You can use a plain one if you like. I like a Dijon or a spicy mustard. And then, of course, I'm going to be adding my chopped up air fried shrimp and then other seasonings that are going to complement the seafood and the egg so well. I'm just placing my empty egg white halves on a serving dish so that I can be prepared to fill them when ready. So when I decided that I wanted to take my version of deviled eggs to the next level for Easter this year, I thought about flavors that I would really enjoy, and remoulade came to mind. And I'm also from Louisiana, so adding shrimp and a little spice was a no-brainer as well. The remoulade is an obvious choice because traditional deviled eggs are already mayonnaise-based and they include pickles for some acidity. And remoulade isn't much different. I just swapped the pickles for some capers and voila, we have got the most delicious filling. I also made sure to add some Cajun spice and some Old Bay seasoning, and the Worcestershire sauce gives it just the right amount of umami flavor. Now, if you're looking to fill your eggs with this beautiful filling in a ribbon shape or in a way that is a lot fancier, you can definitely do that with a piping bag and a piping tip. but this particular filling with the chopped up air fried shrimp is a little too chunky for that. It's going to get stuck in the piping tip. So my advice to you is, if you want to do a fancy filling with a piping tip, do not add your chopped air fried seasoned shrimp to the filling. You can just put your air fried shrimp whole on top of the egg and it would be beautiful. And I would like to say, even though I have a house full of picky eaters, deviled eggs are a hit with the majority of us. And dishes like this really help me out a lot because I can take a food that's already beloved in my home. I can swap out a few of the ingredients to add variety in both flavor and texture, which means I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of this one dish. And if you really want to go crazy, then you could fry your shrimp and you could put them on top of your beautifully decorated and filled deviled eggs, and that would introduce a whole new thing with flavor and texture because you would have this amazing crunch. As a matter of fact, I think I might have to do that for you guys. I always finish with a sprinkle of paprika because the red is so beautiful, and then if you'd like a pop of green, feel free to add a little bit of green onion or parsley. As always, the full recipe is on my blog. Look for the link in the description. You have to make this one, guys. You have to.